Okay, let's just take 2 to 3 minutes to look at the agreement because there's some critical things in here that people often miss and it leads to wasted time and frustration. So we want to eliminate that. Anytime you can visit or see the agreement here, Seniorleads.com. Actually, you don't even need all this. You can just go to Seniorleads.com/agree. That's where you can go to see the agreement. And if you just hit that, you'll come right here. Now, you either selected when you started either option A, which means you selected a central zip code and a radius around it, like a circle, and all the zip codes in between. Or you can choose, or maybe you selected at the beginning, or you can switch at any time to option B. Option B allows you to cherry pick your zip codes. So you'll be able to say, I want 99945 and I want 99962. That's it. Those are the only zip codes I want. You can do that. That's what option B is. It costs us more to advertise that way, so the leads are slightly more expensive. But if you ever want to switch to option B, in your back office, you will find a link and you can do it right online. We make some guarantees to you. Now, whenever a company makes guarantees to you, there are things they guarantee and things they don't guarantee. So let's make sure we're clear so that you're never frustrated. Okay. So Seniorleads cannot guarantee that prospects provided will result in sales, new clients, or any other desired outcome. We can't guarantee that because, number one, we don't know these prospects. Where do they come from? They simply see an ad online and they say, oh, I'm interested in this topic, and they fill out a form. Do we know if they're ready to buy? No. Do we know if they have a lot of money? No. All we know is that they willingly, without any incentives, filled out their name, their address, their phone number, and their zip code because they wanted information about some topic. They wanted the booklet on whatever, rollovers or long-term care or investing. That's all we know. So we don't know that they're going to result in sales. We also don't know your level of experience and communication ability in closing sales. What do we guarantee? Seniorleads guarantees that every prospect we send you, that the name will be valid, that it'll be a working phone number, and a deliverable postal address. So if you receive, this back and the post office can't deliver, in your back office there's instructions on how to get a credit for that. We'll replace that lead. Or if you call up and you say, hello, Mrs. Smith, and they say, there's no Mrs. Smith here, this is Mrs. Roberts, you're going to get a replacement for that lead. Or if you call the phone number and it says, oh, that phone number is disconnected or something like that, you're going to get a lead replacement. Now, the phone may just ring and ring and ring. That doesn't mean it's not working, so we can't give a credit if you call and the person doesn't have voicemail. You'll just need to try a few different times. Okay, so to get a replacement prospects, what do? You got to just notify us in 30 days. And how do you do that? You must use the online credit request system, which is in your back office. It's all automated. Okay. Oh, this is one other thing that's done by a human. Every credit request will be checked by a human. If you say the phone number is bad, we have somebody that calls that phone number to make sure. Or if you say, oh, I called this number and Mrs. Roberts said there was no Mrs. Smith, we're going to call up and ask for Mrs. Smith. So we verify every credit request for replacement. Okay. Cash refunds, there are none. We replace leads that fail the guarantee. We don't give money for them. We replace the lead and give you a good one. Okay. Account management. Note, this says this is a continuous self-managing service, which means if you want to change your zip codes, you want to change your central radius, you want to change your lead types, you do all that by logging into your account. Also notice that it says this is continuous. The system is not designed for stopping and starting. After 30 days, you'll be able to pause your account. I'll get back to that in a minute, but you can't stop it, start it, stop it, start it, stop it, start it. It won't work. If you want to do that, this is not for you. It's designed to provide new prospects for you every week, except for times you go on vacation and you need to pause it. Okay. Oh, big one. You're solely responsible for controlling your prospect flow. So how many leads you get is up to you. How do you control that? You control it by, instead of having 6 lead types, if you scale that down to 3 lead types, you're going to get less. Or if you have a 10-mile radius and you're only getting 1 lead a week, you want more, you're going to expand your radius to 20 miles. So you're going to change those parameters. There are also 6 other ways to control your lead flow, and you can read how they work in your back office. Okay. You can make changes, by the way, your central zip codes, prospect types, and cancel your account when? The first and third Thursday of the month. The reason is we place ads for you in 2-week intervals. Once we place your ads, we are financially on the hook for them, and that's why we can't have you cancel in the middle of when we've already paid for your ads. So the first and third Thursday is when you can cancel or change any of these things before we renew your ads for another 2 weeks. There are no refunds. We talked about that leads being replaced are for credit. If you cancel your account and you still have leads in there that you've paid for, what's it say? No refunds for any remaining prepaid leads, so you may want to cancel after you've used all your leads. Okay. After your account has been active for 30 days, you may pause your leads for up to 30 days every 12 months. Now, you don't have to use these 30 days all at one time. Let's say you go away for vacation for a week in June. You could pause your leads for a week. Then over Labor Day, you go away for 10 days. Then you can pause it for 10 days. So that means you've used 7 plus 10, you would have used 17 days. So you can break up this 30 days of pause any way you like. Okay. How do you pause it? You log into your back office and you pause it. What's it say here? You cannot cancel or pause your account by emailing or contacting us. Why? Because the system is totally automated. It's designed to be driven by software, not people. Okay. How does the billing work? When you're registered, we build your card for 10 leads. Once we've given those to you, which could take a week, could take a month, depending on your area, depending on how many lead types you chose. But once that first group is exhausted, we will charge your card again and give you another 10 prospects over the next, whatever it is, week, 2 weeks, month, however much time it takes. Okay. So that's what it means by the service is continuous, that each time you exhaust a group of leads, we'll just bill your card and replenish your account. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in here. Okay, that just tells you it's real time. You're going to get your leads within 5 minutes. You'll never get more than 5 prospects in a day. And you can control that because, as I said, in your back office, there are 6 different ways to control your lead flow. So if you get more than 5 prospects, if you get more than 5 prospects in any week, you can slow it down, and your back office explains how. Okay. Technical issues. If you select a zip code and any part of the zip code is in your radius, so let's say you take a 10-mile radius and a piece of the zip code is within the 10 miles, the system will assign leads from the entire zip code. It can't break a zip code in half. Okay. The other thing you want to know is distance is measured as a straight line. So you might say, how am I getting leads from this zip code? It's 15 miles on my car to drive. But distance is measured as a straight line. 15 miles may be with the curvy roads. Compliance. Your participation in service does not require compliance approval, and refunds compliance are not granted. So in other words, why is compliance not required? Because you don't have to use our materials. You could use your own materials. You do not need to use our booklets. So if you want to use our materials, that's great. We have FINRA review letters for a number of the booklets, but it's not required. So that's why we say compliance is not required, because you can use your own firm's materials. Okay. but you just want to make sure you know everything in this agreement so you're not frustrated later by thinking it says something different than it says. Okay, so next video we'll talk about the back office and how to use those resources.